Why is a teenager treated like a threat just for sitting in the seat she paid for? 16-year-old Ava Rothmore walked onto Flight 2891 in her denim jacket and calm confidence, until a flight attendant leaned in and whispered, "Move. A more important family needs your row." The cabin turned quiet, then colder, as a man muttered, "Kids like her always cause delays." Something in Ava's posture shifted, a storm gathering behind steady eyes. What none of them knew was that one word could shatter the cabin's certainty. Ava Rothmore felt the eyes long before she reached row 14, the kind of stare that scraped across her skin like she was an intruder in a place she had paid for. She adjusted the silver necklace her late father gave her, trying to steady her breath. Then the blow landed. "Move," the flight attendant snapped. "Someone more deserving needs that seat." Ava froze, heartbeat loud against the hum of the cabin. "I have 14A, she said quietly. The attendant leaned closer. "Not anymore." Ava's fingers tightened around her boarding pass. Something in her last name was about to change everything, though no one knew it yet. The plane door clanged shut behind her. The aisle narrowed as Ava stood there, passengers turning toward the unfolding tension like a slow-building storm. A businessman in a navy blazer sighed dramatically and waved the attendant over. "Just move her," he muttered. "We've all got places to be." His voice wasn't loud, but it was loud enough. Ava swallowed the burn in her chest. "I bought this seat 2 months ago," she repeated, her voice steady but thin. "Ms. Keaton," the attendant, plastered on a smile sharp enough to cut. "This section is for passengers who understand etiquette. Please step aside." A soft ripple of whispers spread behind Ava. One woman whispered to her husband, not quietly at all, "These kids always make scenes." Ava's cheeks heated. She hugged her backpack to her chest, and that's when it happened. Another passenger, the same businessman who complained, reached over, grabbed her backpack strap, and yanked it from her grip. "Here," he said, tossing it backward toward an empty row. "Put her somewhere she fits." Her breath caught. It wasn't the force of him taking her bag. It was the tiny sound her necklace made, her father's necklace, as the chain tugged against her collarbone. A small, sharp click that felt like a bruise. A detail no one else noticed. But Ava felt it like a punch. Ms. Keaton gestured again. "Seat 27 is open. Families with medical needs come first." Ava's jaw tightened. The man behind her laughed under his breath, "She's lucky we're letting her stay on the plane at all." Ava steadied herself, inhaling slowly. Her father used to say, "People only look down on you until they learn to look up." She slid the necklace beneath her collar and stepped forward, not to row 27, but back to row 14A. "What would you do if this happened to you?" she wondered silently as she sat tall. Ms. Keaton stormed down the aisle. "I said move. Don't make this harder." Ava lifted her gaze, meeting the attendant's glare head-on. "You can't assign seats based on who you like," Ava replied. FAA Regulation 121.580 prohibits discrimination based on. "Oh, please," Miss Keaton barked. "Don't quote rules you don't understand. Girls like you don't fly in this section." The cabin went still. Ava's fingers curled around the armrest. She felt every bruised memory of moments like this, school hallways, store entrances, parking lots. But this time, she refused to shrink. "You want my name?" Ava said. "You'll need it for your report." Ms. Keaton folded her arms. "Fine. What is it?" "Ava Rothmore." Silence detonated. A man in the front row gasped softly. A woman lifted her hand to her mouth. Someone whispered, "No, that can't be that Rothmore." The cockpit door opened. The captain stepped out, confusion shifting into shock the moment he heard the name. "Rothmore? As in General Rothmore?" he asked. Ava nodded once. Calm. Unmoving. The cabin collectively inhaled. The captain's voice hardened. "Ms. Keaton, step aside." He faced Ava. "Your grandfather wrote half the protocols that govern passenger rights on this airline. Including the one you just violated." Color drained from Ms. Keaton's face. The businessman shrank into his seat. "Effective immediately," the captain continued, "you're removed from this flight. Security will meet you at the gate." A murmur of approval swept through the cabin. Ava rose just enough to retrieve her backpack, pausing only to say, "Next time, remember the rules protect everyone. Not just the people you approve of." Her tone wasn't cruel. It was steady, like truth spoken plainly. As Ms. Keaton walked the aisle in humiliation, Ava caught one last lingering stare from passengers. Not fear. Not pity. Respect. A quiet reminder that dignity doesn't need volume.